Hi humans! So today I'm going to be doing the first cosplay tutorial of our cosplay tutorial month, which is coming up now, and it's going to be kind of a month and a half really, because it'll be March through to the end of April when I go to the Calgary Expo. Unfortunately, I did seem to come down with either laryngitis or just lose my voice from talking too much this week. It's a little bit better throughout the video because, as you can tell by my face, I did film the video before filming the intro. So throughout the video it is a little bit better, but it's pretty bad right now. So bear with me. I just wanted to get a video up for you guys no matter what. So today's video is going to be a cosplay requested by Kaya, a Kenzi cosplay from the show Lost Girl.
Yeah, this is gonna give Girls Go Wild a whole new meaning.
I will be honest, I haven't really watched Lost Girl before because I promised Kaya I'd watch it with her. I haven't seen her in many moons, so I haven't really been able to watch it, but I figured I would put together kind of a Kenzi inspired look for her, just based on what I could find on the internet, because she is a really good cosplayer, and you guys can probably check her out on Instagram. She is really great. I will link her down below. So this look is not exactly 100% taken from a Kenzi look because I'm not really that familiar with her, but I did look up a lot of reference images and Kaya sent me a bunch of reference images for the look that she wanted. So I did my very best, and I hope you guys enjoy the video. Without further ado, and hopefully without much further talking today, we can move on to the video.
Our little children was gonna stay in bed forever! No.
Okay, so to start off today, I'm going to be priming a little bit differently than I normally do. So what I'm going to be using is cover effects drops, and these are the custom enhancer drops. I'm using shade Halo, which is kind of like a holographic-y blue purple shade, but you can use whichever drops you have. The only reason I'm doing this is just to get a little bit of illumination. Kenzi does have really nice bright skin, so I'm just going to go ahead and put those custom enhancer drops on kind of as a primer. And then I'm going to do the same thing I always do, which is just use my Urban Decay Optical Illusion Primer, but I'm barely going to use I don't even know, this is like half a dime, and just put that wherever you have the worst pores. Mine are generally between my brows and just right beside my nose, so just kind of push it into the skin. Okay, so that's priming pretty much done. So for foundation today, I am going to go in with my Anastasia Beverly Hills Stick Foundation, and the shade that I'm using today is Porcelain, which I think is the palest shade that they have. And then I'm just going to use my Clarisonic to blend it out. I am just going to go ahead and apply my concealer. So for concealer today, I'm going to be using the Urban Decay All Nighter Concealer, and this is in shade Fair Neutral. And I'm just going to go ahead and apply that under the eyes. So I'm just going to go ahead and set this. So what I'm going to be using to set today is my Kat Von D Lock-It Setting Powder, but I'm only going to be using this on the spots that I put concealer. So I'm just going to be using kind of a tapered edge brush. With that tapered brush, I'm just going to pat some of this under my eye, and a little bit just on my nose, chin, and forehead. I've put some of the Urban Decay All Nighter Concealer on my eyelids just to prime them. I'm just going to go ahead and use that same powder brush and just use the excess to set that concealer on my eyes. I am just going to add a little bit more powder under the eyes using my Beauty Blender just for this next step. And what this is going to do is just prevent any of the really dark shadows that we're going to be using from leaving fallout on our perfectly porcelain faces. I'm sure by this point you guys are getting sick of my voice, but trust me, after 3 days, nobody is more sick of this voice than I am. For eyes today, the look that was requested, I couldn't find an exact photograph of it. So I'm going to do my best just to kind of do a combination look of a couple of the looks that seem to be kind of the same. And then just add, because the look that was requested is that really dark smudged eyeliner look, with kind of the rust that's bleeding out of the edge. So I'm going to try do something like that, but I'm just using some of her other photos for reference. So what I'm going to do first is I'm just going to go ahead and use my Estee Lauder Double Wear Waterproof Eyeliner. And I'm just going to put that kind of all over very messily from the lash line, from the inner corner to the outer corner, just on the lash line. And you don't have to be neat and tidy about this because it is going to get smudged out. So just make sure that you're getting quite a bit of product there. I'm going to be doing this one eye at a time because with eyeliner it's really important to smudge it before it has a chance to fully dry out. I'm just going to take the smudger on the back of this and just kind of start pressing it just to smudge that base. I think I'm going to scoot you guys a little bit closer today just so that you can see the full look of what I'm trying to do. Okay, so I'm just going to keep you guys a little bit closer. I know this is like uncomfortably close actually for me, but that's fine. Okay, and once you have that smudged out, just go ahead and kind of create the wing shape. From my lower waterline, I'm just going to drag the line upward. And again, it doesn't have to be perfectly neat because we are going to use a liquid liner to create the full wing effect. All we're doing here is just creating a base so that we can smudge this. And then again, just go in with that back smudger. If your liner does not have a smudger, then you can just go ahead and use the brush from the start. So now that that's fully diffused, we're just going to do a couple of things with eyeshadow. So to start off, I'm going to go in with my Bobbi Brown Shadow Quad, and this is the Downtown Cool eyeshadow. And I'm going to go in with the shade Cool Gray, which is this bottom shade here. And I'm just going to go over the areas that I used the liner on. And then I'm going to go in and I'm going to start doing that kind of rusty color. So what I'm going to want to start with is just a base. So I'm going to go in with this cream here. I'm just going to apply that to the crease just to further diffuse those liner edges. And then I'm going to start off with just a kind of tan brown color. So the palette that I'm using today is the Warm Brown Obsessions by Huda Beauty. So this is just kind of a tan brown, and I'm just going to put that in the crease and just blend it kind of halfway into the lid. And then I'm going to go in with this slightly more rusted brown shade in the bottom corner here. It's more of a rusty red. And I'm just going to put that right on the portion where the lid meets the crease, but not blend fully into the crease. And then for that rusted shade today, I am going to be using the red ochre shade from the Modern Renaissance palette. And I'll be blending a little bit of the Venetian red in with it as well. But we'll just start off with the plain red ochre shade. And just diffuse towards the outer corner. And then go in with a little bit of Venetian red on a different brush. And I'm just going to go in with Venetian red, which is this brighter red shade here. I'm just going to press that right into the center of the crease. And then just blend it out using windshield wiper motion. Just like that. And in order to get that black color from the liner back, I am just going to go back in with a little bit of that darker liner, and I'm just going to put that right back over the lines here. And then in order to kind of get back a little bit more of the brow bone, I am just going to go ahead and use that same cream shade from the Huda Beauty palette and just blend that over my brow bone a little bit just to get back some more definition there. Just like that. So you can see it just gives you that dark liner look and then just the rust color kind of bleeding out of it. You can blend it as much as you want because a lot of the times when you're doing a look like this, you're going to want to kind of over blend it a few times just to make sure that your base is staying crisp. Then I'm just going to go ahead and do the other eye off camera because you guys already saw what I was doing. And then I'll do the bottom lash line once I'm back. So with both eyes done, I'm just going to go ahead and dust off that excess powder that I left under the eyes to catch the fallout, because all of the shadows that I was using did have quite a lot of fallout. Okay, so for the lower lash line, we're just going to go ahead and use that same Estee Lauder Double Wear eyeliner. And we're just going to line the entire lower lash line with that, going from the outer corner inwards. And since the lower lash line is a little bit of a more sensitive area of skin, I'm not going to be using the blender for it. I'm just going to be using a smudger brush. So just really carefully smudge here because you don't want to tug on your eyes too much on the under eye. So when you find that you've smudged that lower lash line enough, then just go ahead and take some of that red ochre and just blend it with the Venetian red right next to it, just really, really lightly on the tip of your brush. And then just blend that in the edge of where your black liner is. Holy crap, there's a squirrel in my basement.
Ah, I'm cute to die!
How did you even get in here? Give me a sec, you guys.
This really puts the suck in succubus.
So you can see I've just kind of gone ahead and blended some of that red eyeshadow just on that lower lash line. And that's just going to help give it kind of a little bit more of a grunge effect. So I'm just going to go ahead and do the same on the other side. So all you're going to want to do is just use that Estee Lauder liner. And then just go ahead and blend red ochre and Venetian red lightly on the tip of the brush. And just blend that on the edge of where that black liner ends. And then what you're going to want to do is you're just going to want to touch up that black liner. And that's pretty much the eye look done. You can lighten it up or darken it up as much as you want. I mean, I'm going for a slightly darker look. So I'm just going to scoot you guys back out now that you've kind of seen what I've been doing with my eyeshadow. And then we can just do the full face and add liner and lashes and then lips.
Well, aren't you just the sweetest thing? Thanks, buddy. Gotta jet.
Okay, so with the camera scooched out a little bit, I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to do the full face stuff. So for Kenzi's makeup, they don't really tend to do a whole lot of contouring. So I'm not going to be doing a ton of contouring today. So I'm using the Too Faced Sweetheart Bronzer today. And I'm just going to brush that lightly, very, very lightly, because she is very pale. Okay, so now that that's on, I'm going to use a very, very, very tiny amount of contouring powder. And just on a small contouring brush, I'm going to take this powder here, which is Terracotta from the Tarte Clay Play palette. And then I'm just going to blend it out. And this is just kind of because when I do cosplay makeup, I do like to have a little bit of a more accurate face shape. I'm not trying to completely reshape my face today, but I just want it to be a little bit more accurate to what I have. Just like so. And then I am just going to keep the Clay Play palette open for now. And for blush today, I'm just going to be using a really light brown combination. So I'm going to be using the shade Journey here and the shade Ember here. And I'm just going to go ahead and dust that over my cheeks. She is a little bit more of a 90s child, so the brown blush works. And then just go ahead and blend that all together. Okay, just like that. So still maintain that really pale element, but you're just going to want a little bit of color on the cheeks. She's pale. She's not dead. Or is she? I don't know. I don't watch the show. She might be. So my next step is just going to be a really, really tiny amount of highlighter. Again, I'm trying to keep the face as natural as possible, so I'm just going to go in with my Diorskin, and I'm just going to use that to kind of dust a really, really small amount of highlight on. Okay, and so for the next step, I am just going to set my face. I'm using the All Nighter setting spray from Urban Decay. And then what I like to do when I have the setting spray on my face is just kind of press in with the Beauty Blender just to make sure everything's sitting nicely in my pores. And then I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to add a little bit more eyeliner just to darken up this look a little bit more. So I am going to use the Estee Lauder Double Wear again just on my lash line. I'm going to go over it with the Kat Von D Tattoo Liner in Trooper. Okay, so we have all of our eyeliner on now. It is a lot of eyeliner. And so next is just going to be mascara. So I'm going to be using my Benefit Rollerlash because her lashes are a little bit more defined than they are dark. And so wait for that layer to dry and then put another layer on top. So while I'm waiting for that to dry, I'm just going to go ahead and do lipstick. Okay, so for lips, pretty much the only thing that I could find on the internet was that she has nude lips. I saw red lips like twice, I think. But I'm going to go with the nude lip because it seems the safest bet. So I'm just going in with my RealHer lip liner. This is the Expert Advice lip liner, and it's the I Love Myself one. Okay, so I'm just going ahead and lining my lips with this nude lip liner, and then I am just kind of blending it in towards the center of my lip, just to create a softer line. And I'm going to go in with my Ish Cosmetics Statement Lip Palette, and this is probably my favorite lip palette ever. And so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use this slightly darker brown nude. And I'm going to use that just on the edge of my lip. And again, just blend that inwards. And then I'm going to go in with this lighter brown nude shade. And I'm just going to go ahead and blend that in the blank spaces I left. And just kind of blend the two together just to create that 90s ombre lip. And then just to get a little bit more definition on the lips, on the spots where I applied that lighter shade, I am just going to use my e.l.f. lip lacquer, and this is in the shade Natural. And I'm just going to dab that as a highlight. And so now that my mascara is dried, I'm just going to put another layer on. Just like that. And then to finish everything off, I'm just going to go in. I'm going to add that beauty mark situation she has going on. I'm not 100% sure where she has all of her beauty marks, so give me a second. So I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to use my Collab light brown brow pencil and just put those two beauty marks that she has here. And considering she wears makeup in the show, I am going to use a little bit of powder, and I'm just going to go over it with a little bit of powder to kind of create the illusion that I put makeup over them. And so this is pretty much the finished look, so I'm just going to scoot you guys out and we can discuss.
If anyone wants me, I'll be on the world's longest, hottest bath.
And I will be saving the world from robot hookers.
Okay guys, so this is the finished look. It is a little bit of a 90s, early 2000s kind of grunge vibe with a heck of a lot of eyeliner. But I hope you guys enjoyed it. There isn't really much for me to say about it because I haven't actually watched Lost Girl a whole lot. I've watched 1 or 2 episodes. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know that the voice was a little bit annoying, but I figured it was probably better to be consistent and have another video up on the day that I said that I was going to. And maybe have it get a few less views just because of my annoying voice than it would be to be an inconsistent uploader and not give you guys a video at all. If you guys enjoyed this video and if you guys want to support me because I have no voice and I could really use some love right now, give this video a big thumbs up. This is the first of many cosplay makeups that I'm gonna be doing. If you guys have special requests for cosplay makeup, then make sure to let me know. You can reach me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and even just in the comment section right here. All of my other social media sites are listed down below as well. Make sure you guys hit the subscribe button and the bell right next to it because I will be uploading a new cosplay video every week. Even if I have laryngitis like I apparently do now, the show must go on. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I had so much fun making it for you. I'm gonna go drink all the tea and try to get my voice back. Thanks so much for tuning in. I love all of you so much, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.